Enjoy.
Of course, I just wanted to thank you for coming on the show.
Hey, man. My pleasure.
Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
All right. And when you're in New York,
Does he have
to
to run?
Do you want to hang out? I mean, Frank Zappa's here.
I'm
It's up to you if you're into hanging out
Sure.
or whatever you want to do.
Sure.
I mean,
Right. He doesn't have
we
to go.
can like mess with people's minds. They won't know exactly who's maybe
talking.
They'll get kind of confused.
Yeah,
They'll think they're seeing double.
Where the hell is Frank?
Frank,
Where's Frank?
is he here?
Where's Frank? Frank, what the hell are you doing? Hiding?
Frank's wandering around the room.
Hey, Frank Zappa.
I'm gonna move down.
You were hiding.
Night show. I'll move down.
All right, you moved
Oh,
down
good.
to see.
Like a talk show now.
Hey, Frank, you got to sit in front of a microphone. Or you get in trouble.
Pretend you're in the studio, Frank, okay?
Hi, Robin.
How you doing?
Frank, do you know Kevin?
Hi, Kevin.
Kevin,
Frank.
Frank.
How you doing, man?
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Okay.
How's things going? You look great, man. You look
Yeah?
really good. You look young. You know, you sort of look... I've been told that once in a while I could kind of look like you.
Yeah?
But I look more... Me and Kevin, it's pretty frightening, isn't it? The way we look like each other? Look. Don't we look like each other, man?
Yeah. You really do.
Frank, you're supposed to be observant. You're supposed to be the rock genius.
The glasses fake me out for a minute.
Well, I have to wear the shades because I'm in L.A.
Uh-huh.
Frank's got two of the nicest kids. I swear to God, if my kids grow up as
Well,
nice
he's
as
got
Frank's...
more than two.
No, he doesn't. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's another one coming up.
No, I got 4 of them.
Yeah, and they're like all womanizers, except for your daughter, of course. I mean, it's incredible.
For the 2 daughters.
What's wrong with her?
I'm telling you, because Dweezil gets major Tukey.
Yeah, Frank's got to be pretty proud.
You got to
Look
be
at the
pretty.
smile
I
on
mean,
his face.
you know, you're traditional in a way. You know, yeah, my boy, he really goes that. He really knows how to get laid. I tell you, I taught him everything I know.
Yeah, well, wait till you see what Amit's going to do.
Really? Well, Amit is like already. Amit is
He's
like.
13. He's already dating.
Was he named after Amit Ertegun, the head of Atlantic?
Ertegun.
Is it the name of him? Is he named after him?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Where else do you get a name like that?
It's a Turkish name.
Yeah. Well, I never liked the Turks quite.
Yeah, well, that's the way it goes.
Hell with them. I mean, they never did anything for this country, did they?
Well, I don't know. I'll look
How about
into it
hash,
for you.
man?
Oh, hash.
Oh,
Okay.
well.
Hey, Frank is in Rock Against Drugs. Would you give him a break? Come on, Kevin.
This is the past I'm talking about. You know.
Yeah, I'm on the opposite side. I'm Rock for drugs, and no, I'm actually against drugs. But Dweezil is getting major women.
Yeah.
Who did he have?
Well, the girl we talked to last night, Kate Wagner.
He had Kate Wagner on the show.
Was she on here?
And he's still having it. Well, I thought he broke
Well,
up
they're
with.
friends.
He's still having it. Oh man.
She was up at the house yesterday.
Really?
I didn't know she
You
was
let him do it in the house?
And Kate said I sort of look like you, which I took as a compliment. I think you're a very
Really?
handsome man. I'm wondering what you're doing after the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, more advanced weenie talk.
It gets the ratings, Frank, and that's what I got to get here, man. I mean, it's this is
know
my
about
only
that.
job. I can't do much else. I'm not like you and Kevin. I can't sing or play any instruments. But
Have you considered a position on the Supreme Court?
yeah, well, how do you like Bork? Let me ask you something. If this guy Bork, does he look like King Tut from the old Batman show?
You know, you have to be fair about it, though. Well, maybe you don't have to be fair. I think he is a very smart man, but I wouldn't trust him any farther than I could throw.
Oh yeah, I think he's brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't trust a guy with
What a
facial hair like that.
debater, yeah.
That's scary facial hair. That really is frightening. I mean, do you look in the mirror one day and go, you know, if I grew like a scraggly thing for my chin, I'd be more attractive to women? I mean, does a guy like Bork, a big fat jerk, look in the mirror one day and go,
I'm going to shave
This'll
all
get
the
him.
hair on my
hey, is there a way to make myself look better? I know what I'm going to do. Instead of being bald, I'm going to make the part on the side of my head near my ear. And I'm going to, I mean, when you're a big fat slob and your eyes are bulging out of your head, does it really matter what your appearance is going to be? I mean, do you sit there and look in the mirror and go, I know, for the Senate confirmation hearings, I'm going to shave all of my face except for like scraggly things off my chin and let it grow real long, like a Rip Van Winkle kind of thing. I mean, is that what he says to himself?
He kind of reminds me of the guy from the Cats and Jammer Kids.
Yeah, it's sort of that
captain guy.
interesting Schweinhund look. It's a comforting look. That's a very attractive Supreme Court we're working on here.
Yeah.
Between Sandra Day O'Connor and Bork and the other ones. And then a black guy who looks totally white. They were interviewing one of the white Supreme Court justices.
Yeah.
Or the black ones.
Yeah.
I said,
There's only one, How?
there's only one, but he looks white. I mean, what kind of black man? Get a black man with full lips and a flat nose, not a guy who looks like us. For God's sake, what kind of Supreme Court is that?
Well,
That's
you know,
really
that
cool.
was another era.
He's whiter looking than I was. Frank, what the hell have you been up to? You are such a genius. You are, of course, the consummate professional. Everybody looks up to you.
He's very bored.
Your recording techniques are second to none. All right, enough of that crap.
Hey,
What
thank you.
the hell have you been up to?
I'm on my way over to the rehearsal hall this afternoon.
What?
After
Will you be on tour? Is this it?
I'm putting another band back together.
Ooh.
You are?
Yeah.
You want REO Speedwagon? He's trying to dump him. Kevin wants to go solo. Trying to get rid of him.
Well, I don't know whether solo is a good idea, but I think the two of you singing that Gasoline song is not a bad
Very
idea.
nice, isn't it? Thank you. I knew somebody would like it. You can have that for your next album. But, no, really, what are you doing? Just hanging around the house? I mean, what, you know, and
I
talk
spent the entire day typing.
typing new songs?
Oh, liner notes for a CD package.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I just can't believe that's what you did all day.
That is.
It's just frightening.
From early in the morning till just when I came down here, I've been looking at a screen going, what do I do now?
Have you been following you're so damn political. Have you been following the Supreme Court?
Borkness?
I
Yeah.
love those Bork hearings, though. I love it. You know why? Because
Yeah,
I love to watch a guy sweat it out for a job. He wants the job so bad. He's like ready to.
Say he's a liberal.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll go that far.
Oh, black people. I love black people. I know I've ruled against them all the time, but I love them now.
Well, I know I said that in the past, and I know I wrote that in the past, but things have changed.
Yeah,
And, you know.
they've changed since I want to be on the Supreme Court. And,
Abortion, almost everybody should have one.
yes.
Especially if they're really cheap.
In fact, if you notice, there's a coat hanger sticking out of my head. My mother tried to abort me. And,
I think I was an abortion.
yes, it's a great testimony.
The thing that really amused me over the weekend in the hearings was the exchange between Arlen Specter, he's a Republican senator from Pennsylvania. And I thought, I'd never really paid much attention to him before, but he did a great job in his discussion with Bork. It was yesterday or the day before. They
Did
had
he
a
yell at him?
Saturday session. It wasn't the yelling. He was challenging the basic premise of, these people who say we have to interpret the Constitution for framers' intent. We have to guess what those
founding fathers
guys
had
really
in
had in mind.
Yeah.
Right.
And the problem is, we know what they had in mind. They thought that, that women were 18th class citizens.
Right.
And, most of them were slaveholders, and everything that was in the Constitution was a compromise in order to, it's like, let's make a deal.
So what you're saying is the founding fathers were idiots, basically.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm saying
I don't know whether they were idiots, but, they certainly were not saints, and the document itself, if it hadn't been for a couple of important amendments that were added to it, it would be rather embarrassing to have hanging around right now.
Yeah, that's true.
So, the fact is that in order to get to Bork, you have to challenge the basic concept of a guy who is going to read the Constitution in terms of framers' intent, because it absolutely doesn't work in a modern civilization. And Specter went after him on that, and it was good.
Something just popped in my mind.
What?
I'm doing that ridiculous Fox show tomorrow night.
The Late Show.
I'm thinking maybe I'm going to go on and ask them why they wouldn't put Frank Zappa on as a host, and why they canceled that whole thing. Would that be sort of,
Well, I don't think it would be too amusing for him, and,
why not put him on the spot?
because, let me tell you what happened, and you'll see whether you still want to do it, because of the Monday, I was canceled on the Friday.
Yeah.
And the Monday after it happened, I got a call from the vice president of the network saying that if we invite you back on, will you embarrass us by saying no?
Yeah, right.
So
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Well, they
So,
told me after they canceled my television show that if I kept my mouth shut, they might ask me on to host once in a while. But if I go on and act like a jerk and make bad comments about the Fox network, they'll never ask me on. So I went on and acted like a jerk and made bad comments about them, but they've asked me on anyway, so it doesn't make much of a difference.
that's because that's the only way they can get ratings is by having people go on there and nuke their network.
Exactly. It's perfect.
So nuke it more, and the ratings will go up, and they'll call you back some more.
Kevin Cronin from REO Speedwagon is here. Frank Zappa, of course, the illustrious, the Frank Zappa.
You gotta clap for yourself here, Frank.
To make it sound fuller,
Yeah. Sounds pretty lame when one guy's clapping for you.
So too zen for this radio program.
That's it. Frank Zappa's here. We got to take a little break. We have a live commercial. And Frank loves live commercials. Frank, you never do any endorsements. Why is that? Why don't you ever?
Isn't there one product you believe
wine
in?
cooler or something like this?
I'm not into wine coolers.
No. How about 7-Eleven? Excellent, aren't they?
7-Eleven, what a great convenience store.
Isn't that
If
great?
they would just put the dirty magazines back in there, I'd be talking to them.
I wanted to say that.
I love 7-Eleven. I'm glad they got rid of the dirty magazine, because I used to go in there and with my kids and everything, because it's a family place, and my kids see me leafing through the dirty magazines
disgusting.
and getting aroused, and it's better, I feel.
It's better now they took the magazines out.
Yeah.
Workshops there now.
But listen to what they're having. You're going to like this because, of course, you are Mr. Rock and Roll. You are everyone's best friend.
Yeah.
And 7-Eleven is having the Heart of Rock and Roll giveaway at participating 7-Eleven
They're
stores.
cutting it out. They're giving it away.
They're giving it away in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. What you do is you pour yourself a Pepsi Big Gulp at 7-Eleven, peel the label, and you win a Wild Rock prize.
Gene Simmons' tongue for a week.
That's right. You get to sit on that for a week.
Now there's a wild prize.
There it is. Now, top prize is a trip for you and 9 of your friends, Frank. And God knows you have friends. I read a book about you. You've got lots of friends, a lot of female friends.
Yeah, right.
You've really gotten around. You've had some of the best in rock and roll. You've had many women.
But it's got nothing to do with their big gulp.
Hey, Kevin, your wife.
Pardon me.
Doesn't your wife let you fool around? Frank?
I won't discuss that on the air.
Kevin's wife lets him fool around.
No, wait. We talked about this. She suggested it this afternoon, and I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure.
Why the hell can't I get a relationship like this? I get Joseph.
You know what she wants him to say, though.
I mean, Frank's punk son is running around getting every damn girl in show business. I could be doing the same thing.
Right.
Oh, yeah, okay, I guess you could.
No, but Kevin's wife wants him to say, no, honey.
No.
Your wife wants you to say no. She's testing you.
I don't know.
This is a test.
It is, and you're going to fall in the little crack. I know it.
Oh, yes, he'll fall in a little crack.
I hope so.
I'm telling you. You go to 7-Eleven, girls. Kevin Cronin could be your Wild Rock prize. Frank, of course, doesn't fool around behind his wife's back.
He doesn't talk about it.
No, he doesn't talk. He's a very low-key kind of guy. Trip is worth $10,000. To Frank, that's no big deal. Kevin, they've got millions.
Yeah.
But the trip is worth $10,000. Other prizes include a 25-set album collection, concert tickets to local New York concerts, or a single album or cassette from Sam Goody.
Wouldn't you trade it all for a couple of really good dirty magazines?
Yes, I would. Everyone who buys, especially marked Big Gulp, wins. So, Frank, don't leave yet. Wait till the show's over, then you get over to 7-Eleven. We'll be back.
Wait.
We'll be back right after these words from the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel across from the famous Chinese theater where Frank Zappa later will be getting his star on Hollywood Boulevard. It's going to be a beautiful ceremony. He's gone totally Hollywood. We'll be back right after this. We're back on the air. It's Howard Stern, Robin Quivers with, of course, the very beautiful and lovely Frank Zappa.
Beautiful and lovely.
Yeah, he is.
I didn't know who he was talking about. I said, who could he name now?
Let's just ask what's in this glass if he's done.
Hot water and lemon.
You know, why am I looking at Frank Zappa and thinking of Dee Snider?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Maybe you have the same noses. I'm looking at a profile.
No, you see, Frank's got a nice nose. It's a straight nose.
You don't think Dee's nose?
If I had a nose like that, I'd be happy. My nose all crooked and bent.
Really?
Yeah, I'd love to have your nose. I'm thinking of getting a nose job.
Well, why don't you save up and go to Michael's doctor?
Oh, please. Who is that guy?
Well, that's pretty dangerous. I mean, Michael's doctor should be sued for malpractice, I think.
Really?
Well, you know, I think he's done a hell of a job on the guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's not even a black guy anymore. He's changed him to a white
He may not
man.
even be a guy anymore.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know. We're not sure. But even Kevin Cronin has a nice nose, even though we do sort of look like each other. You've got a nice, like a straight nose. My nose is all crooked and bent.
Gnarly.
It's not that bad.
No, it looks okay to me.
It's a
You're
gnarly.
growing a wart over there on the side, aren't you?
Yeah, well, it's getting removed. I got an appointment. I got this wart, this one, and this one.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
Actually,
attractive.
that was for when he was cast in The Wizard of Oz. He was the bad witch.
Hey, Frank, ixnay on the Ortway, okay?
Bring that up.
Hey, you're growing a wart on the side of your nose.
What are you, a kiss frog?
Sorry.
That could be removed, you know, man.
Well, you know, the president gets his off.
I could have the remains sent to your house, okay? So just relax. Hey, you're growing a wart there on your nose, aren't you? I don't know. My whole family, they have warts all over the place.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah, I got to go get them removed. I just been, when you get warts removed on your face.
Do they grow back?
No, there's a scab for like 2 weeks, and it looks pretty disgusting.
That's cute.
Yeah, it looks like you're dying of some disease, so I've been avoiding that whole thing.
Well, get one of those big red round plastic things like they wear at,
A nose guard.
Yeah, it's pretty hard with a face like this, I'm telling you.
Yeah?
But,
You ain't doing too bad. I saw how many people turned out in the park when you were having your little rally there. I thought that was really good.
you know, it kills me how, it's sort of ironic. I never got women a whole lot, my entire life.
Yeah?
And then I got, sort of famous, if you want to call this famous.
Yeah.
Not like your guys kind of fame, just
a little piece of fame.
Yeah, I'm just a radio loser. You know what I mean? But to some regular people, that's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Yeah.
You're a communicator.
Don't make it more than it is, Frank.
But he's bringing a message to the East Coast that people really need to hear.
What is that?
It's unfortunate that the message is too advanced for the West Coast.
That's the problem. But the warts on my nose, does that look like the Siamese twins being separated or something?
No, but if you hadn't turned more this way, I wouldn't have even seen it.
Really?
You know, so look, just go like that.
But anyway, here it's ironic that I waited my whole life for women.
Yeah.
And then I got married thinking I'd never be anything because I really have no noticeable skills. You know, you guys probably in the back of your mind said, okay, I know I've got talent. It's just a matter, I never believed in myself and I never believed I'd have talent. Now that I have achieved some success, although I love my wife and kids, don't get me wrong, it just would be nice to take advantage once in a while of my position where women are constantly throwing themselves at me.
Throwing themselves at you?
Ask Robert.
Oh, yeah.
Is he lying?
They really do. No, they do.
Yeah.
Warts and all?
Oh, yeah, they don't care anymore.
You bastard. You really are, man.
They can see past that.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you have a philosophical decision to make, that's all.
And Frank, what about you? You want to play a song on the guitar? Come on, man. Why don't you ever do that kind of thing? What, are you above that?
No, I'm just not good enough anymore. You know, I haven't played it since December 23rd, 1984. I'm trying to learn how to play the guitar again.
Are you serious?
It's true.
Dweezil's playing a very good guitar.
He definitely is. Yeah.
He is. He's playing great. Yeah, he's playing great.
He's for real.
Yeah, and not only that, he's good looking. He's getting laid every 10 minutes. And on top of that, he's talented.
What did you do at the moment you conceived him?
Yeah,
what
did you do?
You tell people what you did.
Yeah, because I'll tell you, your son annoys the hell out of me. If you want
you know, other people would like to try this. You know how they're trying to choose the sex? Well,
you mean the right position?
Yeah.
He's a cocky 16-year-old bastard is what he is. I can't stand him. I mean, Molly Ringwald
he's even bright and personable.
Yeah.
But does he bring like Molly over to the house and you go,
Well, Molly has been over to the house, but I don't go,
Yeah, right. What are you? You're a man. Of course you do. You probably look her over.
She's not my type.
Really? She's not?
No.
What about that Kate Wagner? Tell me you wouldn't want
my type. Actually,
really?
I think Dweezil's taste in women is interesting but unique.
I think he's right on track.
Really?
Yeah, I would definitely.
He could bring him home to Howard's house.
You could bring him over to my house. I swear. I hope my son someday brings home some women to me. I'm working on having a son, so bring home some women to me. I would really enjoy that. That would be really nice. Son, do you think I could sort of get in on your action once in a while?
Like double date with the same girl?
Yeah, could I sort of like jump into this whole scene? Something?
On the radio?
Yeah, on the radio. But, and what about Ahmet? I saw him in Us Magazine dating somebody.
Look, the room where I'm working right now is upstairs. It's on the same floor with Ahmet's room.
Yeah.
Ahmet went to the movies last night. I don't know who he went out with.
Yeah.
And over a 3-hour period, the phone in his room with his little answering machine went off 50 times.
Really?
And, you know, this...
Is he in school still, Ahmet?
Yeah.
Are you making him stay in school until... Because I'm sure he probably wants to bail out about now.
He'll be able to get out when he's 15. That's the legal... If you take the test when you're 15 in California...
You want your kids to leave school? You probably encourage them to.
I want him to leave school.
Yeah.
You know, he's like the neatest dad.
I know, man. I wish
nothing to rebel against.
Could you adopt me, man? My father doesn't do any cool crap. He made me go to college, Boston University, man, okay?
I mean, if there was another school after that, you'd have...
My dad made me drive around in a Dodge Polara. That's the car he bought me, okay? I'm sure you wouldn't do that to your kids.
No, let me say this.
Ahmet's phone was ringing 50 times?
50 times.
That was Robin just calling in. Hello, Ahmet. I know your dad, and I'd like to see you tomorrow night while I'm here in Los Angeles. Yeah. You're very happening. He wasn't home, though. But, no, seriously, my father would do stuff like make me drive a Dodge Polara in college. And the only person I was getting was my wife. She was impressed with a Dodge Polara, but you probably buy your kids BMWs and stuff.
Well... Not exactly.
Really?
Dweezil bought his own.
Oh, Dweezil's got money. Does Ahmet play guitar and all that?
No, he's he's a little interested in drums.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you advise them on safe sex?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You advise condoms? So you disagree with the Pope, in other words?
I disagree with the Pope on a lot of stuff.
I see. Now, you're Catholic, right, Frank?
No, I was at one time. I escaped when I was 18.
You were born Catholic.
Well, how do you get out?
See, Frank, I resent.
You never really get out. I'll tell you.
Kevin, you're Catholic?
No,
yeah,
you
I was.
You
too.
can get out.
It's tough, though.
No, but wait a second. You see, I resent.
I thought the Pope was gonna come over here and like lighten up and kind of with all that everything
Now, why should the Pope lighten up? Seriously, I resent American Catholics. I mean, what the hell is going on here? I hate to harp on this. I feel bad for the poor damn Pope. He comes in here. All he wants to do is wear his robe. Did you see his new robes?
No.
He's got a fringe on the bottom of his robe. Dale Evans.
He does look.
Dale Evans would die
He's
for.
a snappy dress.
Like a twist skirt, sort of?
It's sort of like a bolero outfit. It's beautiful.
Here it is.
But here's a picture. Robin has it. Take a look at this.
I mean, let's see.
Right there.
I feel bad for the Pope in a way. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
You think he's upset that he has to wear a beanie like Jews?
That's why he's so strict.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You can be sure of that.
But that's pretty snappy.
Is that nice? Or what?
Yeah.
Frank, I'd like to see you wearing that on your next tour. You or Kevin, I don't know which one.
That's real nice.
Is that nice?
I do like that.
But wait a second. Here, okay. Catholics don't want to eat fish on Fridays.
That's right.
No, that's outrageous.
Some of them do because they like fish. But
Jesus says eat fish on Friday. Well, why can't Catholics eat fish on Friday? Why should they have to change things in there? Why should they make religion easy for themselves? Religion is supposed to be difficult.
And morbid.
No, well, really. I mean, the Pope says, look, no abortion. It's in the religion. Everybody wants to change it. Listen to this. I don't know if you heard this. Nuns now want to get married.
Yeah. All right.
What kind of religion is that?
They don't have a chance. There's no.
No, I mean,
I've never met a nun that I ever
that
had.
you wanted to marry.
Nobody's forcing.
Think about marrying.
Nobody is forcing anybody to be a nun. Nobody goes out and says you have to be a nun. These people chose to be a nun.
No, you've never been raised in a Catholic family.
Oh, please, it's a piece of cake. So big deal you can't wear
It's a piece of fish is what it is.
No, they dedicate one child to the priesthood and one child to the nunnery.
Yes, exactly. Well, I don't know, man. I think you guys are way out of line, and you're all going to burn in hell with Satan. Okay? And that's the end of that.
Not a bad idea.
Hey, what's going on with Rock Against... not Rock Against... what is it? What's her name? That jerk?
Tipper?
Tipper. The tip lady.
Well, the last time I debated Tipper was on the Nightline show about 6 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she's changing her thrust. It is now all about videos.
A rock video.
Yeah, home video.
I think she didn't try to hone in on radio yet, did she?
Not yet. She has mentioned
radio.
Something about radio.
So she's given up on Stick-on Records and stuff, or what?
No, they haven't given up on it, but what they've done is they've changed their tactic. They want now to have all of the lyrics included, and they're giving up on the rating because the rating didn't work.
I see.
But the fact is there's no need for any of it, and...
oh, come on. Come on, those stickers are great.
They're really good, yeah.
I like them. You know just what to go pick out.
Yeah, right. I like the stickers. I have children now, Frank. I'm not like you. I don't want them listening to those disgusting lyrics. I need protection, you know.
Well, then what you should do is get Tipper's book.
Just because you let your kids drop out of school at 15, you know, I've got to be a responsible parent. Someone has to be.
Yeah. But I wonder whether or not it really is responsible to inflict the American education system on any kid for longer than 15 years.
Exactly. Well, oh God, would I have died for a father like this? Man, I mean, and genetically, he's producing beautiful children.
Look, he's got a 13-year-old. He doesn't know when he comes in. Yeah. He doesn't know who he's going out with.
Hey, what about Moon Unit, though? You don't let her mess around, though. There is a double standard, I hope, in your house.
Well, she is just about to turn 20.
She is can I say this? She's very cute.
Yeah.
And I love the video where she is dancing around, you know, talking about the thing. When she is dancing around, man, I go wild for her.
That's disgusting. This man is talking about his daughter.
Frank doesn't care. He's liberal. Frank likes that. He likes that.
There's a certain line, though, Howard. I mean,
everybody else got
Let me tell you something, man. If I wasn't married, I would ask Moon out on a date, and you wouldn't have any problem with that.
I wouldn't have any problem with it because it's her decision.
Yeah, you'd probably kill me. I'm going to cut off your dick.
What?
When her phone rings, it's me. I just want you to know that.
If it's not a conspiracy or, drugs, money being laundered through Live Aid, Frank does not care.
Right. Doesn't anything upset you, Frank?
Well, a lot of things upset me.
Do you ever put down your foot with the kids, or is it just totally laissez-faire? Not that I think this is bad parenting.
I'm trying to figure out where the line is so the kids know where to step over.
Frank has raised decent kids.
He certainly has.
A lot better than I could ever hope to raise.
Well, first thing you have to do if you want to raise nice kids is talk to them like they were people instead of talking to them like they were property.
Wait a second. You're out of line. You're out of line. I'm not doing that. My kids are property.
Talk to them like kids.
Really? Talk to them like I talk to my kids. I'm sorry.
Yeah?
Yeah. But I'm not going to talk to them like they're people. Forget it.
Oh, yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
Yeah, you're a little out of line here, Mr. Zappa. I swear to God.
Okay, well, I'll spank myself.
Go ahead. All right, listen, let's take a break. Go ahead.
Another one of those commercials for that place that won't have dirty magazines in it?
No, as a matter of fact, this is for, oh, you're going to like this.
Oh.
Now, this is something Frank Zappa would endorse.
All right, what is this?
I found a product for you. Even Kevin would endorse this. I'm telling you. Now, listen to this. Hold on. Elliot's Amazing Apple Juice. I'm going to tell you why you would...
I see sponsorship.
I'm going to tell you why you would endorse this.
Okay, let's hear this one.
This is a totally natural. I've had this juice and I recommend this. Totally natural and fresh. You're into natural and fresh and health food, right?
Yeah.
Kevin, you're into that.
I'm into that.
It's 1 pound of fresh, juicy apples, and it's put in a beer bottle. But it's apple juice, so you could look
So you
cool.
can disguise it. You
Yeah,
can
something
look
like
you're drinking beer.
Like Ahmed could run around with this, drinking it so he's feeding his friends. Like he's
Are you
drinking beer.
serious?
Yeah, it's like in a brown beer bottle, but it. Listen, when it's Elliot's Amazing Apple Juice, what do you expect? But it's in a brown bottle. You know why this got started? Elliot started out, he's a self-made man. He had $10,000. Like you with the record company. You started your own record company. He had $10,000. He went to a beer distributor and asked him to make the bottle for Elliot's Apple Juice, and he said, I'm going to make a totally natural juice. And
92.3 WXRK, New York's classic rock and roll radio. It's K-Rock. Back to Howard.
Sitting here looking at, I'm admiring Frank Zappa. The man has remained thin for a long time. How do you stay so thin, Frank?
It's my diet.
Is it really? What do you eat?
Coffee and cigarettes.
No, really, what do you eat?
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
You don't eat any health food or anything?
No.
You were mentioning tricks
Take
earlier.
vitamins?
No.
How the hell does everyone do it?
I don't know.
See, I should never have given up smoking cigarettes.
Maybe that's it.
Did you stop smoking?
Yeah, I was smoking 2 packs a day, and I loved it.
How come?
Someone told me it was bad for me, and I bought the whole thing.
Yeah, well, Frank, why do you smoke cigarettes?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I like them.
Aren't you nervous about dropping dead?
This is America. You can die from anything in this country.
You gotta be a pretty brave man smoking those cigarettes. I think Frank thinks it's all a bunch of crap and thinks it's a plot by the U.S.
For some
government.
theory about how, somebody was behind this.
Is that whole cancer thing a plot by the U.S. government?
Probably not.
Yeah, because Frank
I'm
had
surprised he hasn't said anything about AIDS, and how that was started by,
How was
some
AIDS
government
started,
testing.
Frank?
Came out of a laboratory.
Get out of here. Who agrees?
Oh, there's an agreement.
Get out of here.
I mean, how many people
I'll
listen
put
to
up
this
with that
show?
from Frank, but not from you, moron. I'll tell you.
It's out of a laboratory. No question in my mind.
Here's my theory, okay? Want to know how AIDS got started? You tell me if I'm off track, okay?
Okay.
And I am dead serious. I didn't make this up. And by the way, Robin
You've
and
done
I...
research.
Robin and I have been researching in our basement for the last 3
We're
years.
looking for the cure.
For the cure. We are very close to a discovery. I wasn't going to say anything. Jerry Lewis is close to his muscular dystrophy cure.
He's been close for several years, though.
Yeah, but we are almost right on top of it. The problem is we can't get the rats into the ballet slippers. And we get... Have you ever tried to have sex with a rat? I have been at it for like a year now.
Well, we need some rats with AIDS.
Yeah, so I'm trying to inject them with my lethal sperm. But those damn things don't hold still, those rats.
You must take some special equipment to be able to do that.
It's very lethal. But I'll tell you, well, I do have special equipment. But anyway, Robin is in charge of decorating the cages for the rats, by the way. It's very beautiful. But here's my theory on AIDS.
Okay.
If I may. Now, what happened is monkeys in Africa had AIDS, as you all know.
Now, where they got it from, nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Regular Americans went over and, excuse me, let me back up.
You're skipping a few
For
steps.
years, the homosexual community had been taking hemoglobin shots because they're...
Gamma globulin.
Gamma... Whose theory is this, Robin?
I'm just reminding you of your own
Frank, are you
theory.
buying this so far?
I'm not
with
even
me?
renting it yet.
Now listen to this. I'm serious. I
I'm
read
waiting.
this.
I'm waiting for the punchline.
I read this. No, there's no punchline in this. This is dead serious.
Yeah.
The gay community, because you say to yourself, well, why did the gays get AIDS? Why not some other section of, well, actually God is punishing them, but it's a whole different thing. But that's what the Pope says anyway. Let me just say what happened here.
Okay.
The hemoglobin shots.
Gamma
Globulin shots. It's a blood product. The gays needed blood because they were afraid of getting hepatitis. You following this?
Yeah.
Where are they going to get blood from? They can't get it from Americans. No one's going to put up for that. They went to Africa and got blood from Africans. Meanwhile, Africans were having sex with monkeys, and there was AIDS there. Okay, so enter the AIDS virus into the gays in their new blood shots to keep away hepatitis. Then, using Vaseline products to have sex with other men, the Vaseline carries the AIDS into the bloodstream of the gays because it protects the AIDS virus, and the Vaseline breaks down the immune system in gays, therefore carrying the AIDS virus into other gays, therefore causing the AIDS epidemic.
Yeah, he rests his case.
Or then you could take the other theory that the monkeys caught the AIDS from a long vacation in Key West. It's totally possible. Frank, you buying any of that?
No.
What are you saying happened?
Somebody built it on purpose.
Frank.
Yeah.
That is so scary.
Frank, you realize what you just said?
The truth.
Do you realize what you just said?
No, what did I just say? Somebody made it on purpose.
Who? Now, who is responsible for it? Is his name Fred Norris? Because he's here in the room. Who did it? Who would do such a thing? Who would do that? Who would do it? Who would do that?
That I couldn't tell you, but it seems to me that something that suddenly appears out of nowhere and kills 700 people in the month of November in the United States is not a natural occurrence.
He's got an argument there.
Really? Really?
Yeah, or to put it more bluntly, who's pluking the monkeys?
Yeah, who is pluking the monkey? Well, I got to tell you something. It's always marvelous to have you guys here, Kevin Cronin, of course, Frank Zappa. I see that Bobcat Goldthwait is here. Let me take a break. We'll introduce him to the audience. Kevin, you still hanging with us? You're into it, or you got to go?
I got to go.
You do?
But I'd love to stay if I could.
Where are you going? Where the hell are you going, Kevin?
I'm going to a place called Madame Wong's.
He's looking for a date.
Oh, looking for a date?
He finally made that decision.
I think it was Madame Wong who invented the AIDS virus. Is it possible? I saw Charlie Chan is after her. No, I mean,
Madame Wong's massage parlor.
you know, I think I'm agreeing with Frank on this. I'm thinking that there could have been a plot by somebody, like the Russians.
Now you're changing your theory? We've been working under the premise that it's the gamma globulin for about 2 years now, Howard.
I have a theory.
Okay.
There was some guy in San Francisco who was watching his real estate plummet, and he caused this plague in order to buy up all the real estate.
You think so?
Okay.
I don't think so.
Kevin, so you're going to Madame Wong's? What, for Chinese chinks tonight?
No, this is a rock and roll type of an establishment.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, rock and roll bands. And
Who's going to be later? Who's going to be hanging out
I don't
there?
know, some group called Secret Life.
Oh, them?
Yeah.
Didn't they invent the AIDS virus?
Maybe their manager.
All right, so I want to thank Kevin Cronin. Frank, can you hang in there with us in Bobcat?
Sure.
Yeah? That's okay? All right, let me first talk about... I want to thank Kevin Cronin for coming in.
Thank you.
Kevin, by the way, you have a beautiful head of hair.
Howard.
Frank has a beautiful head of hair. Have any of you guys heard about Daniel Rogers?
They don't need to.
Listen to this. Listen to this. You talk about a cure for AIDS. If someone's going to find a cure for AIDS, it's going to be Daniel Rogers. They've invented hair growth. Honest to God hair growth. I'm not talking about hair weave. David Lee Roth ought to listen up to this. I'm not talking about hair weave. I'm not talking about a toupee. I am talking about honest to God. I am such a whore. I am talking about honest to God hair growth. Honest to God hair growth.
Maybe, Frank, this is a product you could endorse.
Yeah, now this is something you could endorse. It's an herbal formula. You rub it in your head. Within a month, you should have all of your hair back. If you don't have your hair back, they give you your money back. That's how confident they are that they can
I don't
put
know
it in
if
your
it's
head.
all of your hair, but
Well,
you
some of your hair. You should see some growth. Be very careful on the wording of this. I am not kidding, Frank.
The lawyers are standing by.
That's right.
Yeah.
In fact, Kevin, you tell Madame Wong over there, if her hair ever falls out, you call Daniel Rogers.
Is this another 7-Eleven product?
Sponsor, right, I was going to say.
No, let me say something. I am dead serious about this. I've seen actual proof. There's a guy I know who went on the Daniel Rogers program. Within a month, I started to see some hair. It was not a lot of hair, but then 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and so on, and now you should see him. Looks fabulous. He looks fabulous. He looks fabulous. You know who uses this?
No.
Dee Snider, Twisted Sister.
Really?
Yeah. Let me give you the phone number, Frank. 212-686-5977. 212-686-5977. Daniel Rogers. Daniel Rogers is the name. We'll be back with Bobcat Goldthwait.
Right after these words.
Right after these words. Thanks, Kevin Cron. We're here at the beautiful Hollywood Rose Bowl Hotel.
Oh, sorry. That tab goes right through me, man. Every day is the 4th of July with Frank and the Bobcat.
Yeah, it is. This is really a great
Frank, you
show.
gotta say, pull my finger. At least give us a warning. Now, my uncle would have gave us, you know. Now, I can't believe right away. I can't believe that you've been in town, Hal. Can I call you Hal? And you didn't call the Elgato. You could have stayed at my house.
Oh, really?
Should have called the cat. Yeah, I would have put you up.
Because as much as I love the Roosevelt Hotel, I could have used the place to
Yeah,
stay.
this isn't a tax write-off. Let's put up a real swanky place in the, like, wino district of Hollywood.
I think that's a good plan.
I definitely think there's some gangster money being laundered here.
I got to tell you something. The Roosevelt Hotel is beautiful because as I look out the window, I can see AFTRA, my union, their main headquarters in Los Angeles is right out there. And I want to say,
across the street, yeah.
I just want to say something to them. You scum-sucking dogs, rip me off every 6 months for $500. This union, I tell you, I got some union. Great unions.
Yes.
This is not a great union. I like the unions when you go on strike, they break people's legs.
If they walk past the picket line.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's the kind of union I need.
The Catholics?
The Catholics. I need a good union. I mean, I got a union where when I get fired, I don't even hear from them. They're like, he deserved it. Howard Stern deserves to get fired. That whole FCC issue, I never heard from my union once. I pay him $500 every 6 months.
Dude, I don't know why anyone would, like, fire you, Howard. Throw me a bone. Boy, you're tearing my heart right out.
Oh, come on, Bobcat.
I didn't know what you had. You know, last time I was on, you had that Lisa woman on.
Yeah, that was pretty traumatic for you.
I don't know. I thought you were either going to have Stallone waiting for me or Bill Cosby.
Yeah, right. Well, I thought this would be a mellower kind of
Hey, I
show.
got a new impression. Bill Cosby and Bob Hope. I want to sell it. No, let me sell it. Let me sell it. I heard that Bob's sporting a bag. Did you hear that?
Bob is sporting a bag.
A colostomy bag?
Yeah, the old Bobcat Senior's got the
Oh, no kidding.
matching bag and shoes.
Like Frank Sinatra, huh?
Just don't give him a big old hug when you meet him.
Yeah, right. I like to punch him in the colostomy bag every
Oh,
once
now
in a
that's
while.
mean. There's a thin line, Howard, and you're always going over it. Now, I'd like to just poke a little hole in it and watch the hijinks myself.
Bob, I missed you, man.
Yeah, I missed you, Howard.
Yeah, I tell you, this is very... I saw Bob at Westbury Music Fair.
Yeah.
It was like one of the best shows I ever saw. And I'm not saying it to stroke you or yank your
Did
crack.
you think it was a good show, Bob?
I think even
Yeah,
Bob.
no, in all sincerity, I'd have to say the show I'm on right now is the best show I've ever been on.
Well, thank you, man, and I mean that. Thank you so much, and I mean that.
Stroke City.
Well, I just thought I'd come down here and say some bombastic statements with nothing to back them up with.
No, that union sitting across from me is a total outrage. They've threatened to pull my membership if I say anything nasty about them anymore, but I don't see the benefit. Okay, we get health benefits.
Yes.
But I could pay for those myself.
Sure.
How much?
Take it away, Frank.
Any part in Police Academy 5?
Yes.
No. Hey, I made an offer.
You did?
Yeah, I said, okay, if you let me direct.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, and they got that down.
You mean you went in? Because Bob
Their
is...
mistake.
It was going to open up with me lancing a boil off of Bubba Smith's neck. Throw me a bone.
Hey, no, what happened? Seriously, you went in and said, if you let me direct the movie?
Yeah, I said, yeah, if you let me direct.
Because wasn't the guy didn't Jerry the dentist from Dick Van
Jeb
Dyke?
passed, and then he had an aneurysm.
He had an aneurysm and then
I always feel responsible.
yeah, it was probably you.
Well, get over. Kid the dead.
But what do you think about this AIDS thing? You hear what Frank said?
Yeah, no, I heard Frank to speak about before that someone developed it. Sure.
I think Frank's out of his mind.
What? You think Frank's out of his mind? No way, man. I think I'm with Frank.
You really believe what Frank is
Yeah,
saying?
I think, yeah. And you know that Casey...
Bobcat thinks Frank is all right.
Well, hey, Frank, I take everything back.
You know, one of the last things Casey ever said was, "Hon, does this coffee taste a little funny to you?"
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. Frank, what about that? Was Casey knocked off by the CIA so he would not testify during the Iran-Contra hearings? Go ahead, Frank.
Are we sure he's dead?
Now, there's a question.
I saw him golfing with Elvis. Elvis's dead corpse gets more publicity than I will on a given day.
It was a good career move. It certainly was.
This man rotting will sell more tickets. More people will go see his grave than will come see Bobcat live.
Well, hey, don't say that, Bob.
That's not true.
Don't say that. That's going to change.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. Do you have Bubba's number?
Yeah. So Bubba says that on Police Academy, all you had to do was work for 13 days, and you made like $800,000.
No, you're exaggerating.
Yeah.
This is
We're
Bubba
talking
talking.
15 days.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
We're talking forced calls
Yeah.
in Toronto
Why did you give up?
with Canadians.
If it was me, Bobcat, I would have taken the money and done Police Academy 5. Because I'm a whore, and I admit it. I mean, why not? Why not
Well,
do it?
this is an artist we're talking
Yeah,
to.
I mean,
No, I'm
seriously.
a whore, too.
Why would you do the donkey movie? And,
yeah, it works with a horse.
movie?
no, seriously.
It's a horse.
The talking horse
Talking
movie.
horse movie.
I'm saying you're doing a talking horse movie. Not that that's not a great movie, but because I haven't seen it yet. Forget it. Frank, could you stop
Bone
that?
man bone.
So I'm saying, why would you turn down Police Academy? I don't understand that. I would
I
do
don't
it.
know.
I would do
I
it.
just always wanted to work, with a horse. And Bruce Willis wasn't going to get fired, so it was the next
Hey,
thing.
by the way, Bruce Willis is a load.
Yeah,
That guy-
he's not a
No way,
nice
no
guy.
way.
No,
Tell me
nice
about
guy.
Bruce Willis is a good guy.
Are you serious?
You like him?
I snapped on him on the HBO special. I was talking about how, he did a commercial saying, "Hi, kids, don't take drugs."
Yeah.
And I said, but, if you are going to take them, why not wash them down with a wine cooler from Seagram's? I said, apparently, drugs and wine. I said, more kids are going to die from wine coolers and crack this year.
Well,
And he came up to me and he said, "Hey, I'm going, oh God."
So now you got to say nice things.
No, I wasn't about to apologize. But I said, "I'm sorry I attacked you because I'm becoming the punk Don Rickles, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for going after another figure because it hurts me when someone makes fun of me." And he said, what you said kind of stuck a chord with me, and you were right.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
so he's going to stop doing wine cooler commercials?
Well, I think they're already in the can,
Yeah, right. You know what killed me? Bubba Smith actually gave up his beer commercials because he had a moral problem with them. That's what he told us.
I've got a theory about beer, though.
Go ahead.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just keep in mind that a lot of beers advertise with us. Go ahead, Frank.
War is not possible without beer.
All right, go ahead.
War is not possible without
That's
you.
right.
You want to stop there or you want to keep going?
No, I'll show you how it works.
Okay.
If you could shut up for a minute now.
You know what's ironic?
You have guests on and then don't shut up.
You noticed that.
Hi, I've got Frank Zappa, one of the smartest minds in the world today. Frank, talk about me. Okay, time's up. Frank, what does
beer have to do with
All right,
war?
what does beer have to do with war?
Howard Stern have to do with beer?
No,
Tie
Frank,
yourself into this. all right?
Frank, go ahead, please.
Well, it seems to me that there's something in beer as a preparation that makes people do strange things. Like
Okay.
winos don't march,
Right.
okay? And people who drink whiskey don't march.
That's
but
true.
people who drink a lot of beer like to march. And they dance weird, too.
Vitamins, Shriners.
That's right. There's something in beer, because he was
They
saying
march
that-
to the toilet, though, don't they?
But it's
That's it.
But it's that step, and once you get into that rhythm,
The beer is causing war. I've often said that. I've been embarrassed to say it in public, and I'm glad you voiced that, Frank.
Yeah, there's nothing I like better than getting some lederhosen out and hammering down. Who are your beer sponsors?
We have a lot of different beers, Manhattan Gold and a lot of different ones.
Manhattan Gold?
Yeah.
Those mountain springs of Manhattan.
Delicious.
Come back to
it's
Manhattan
the water.
for the good taste of beer. Hey, look, I'm making Manhattan Gold. Hurry it up. Hey, I just made some Manhattan fudge, too. Watch me work.
Hey, Bobcat.
Hey, Howard, I got to lay off it. You're very nice to me.
I know.
Because you had that pit bull woman on.
So I
That
felt
vigilante Nazi group, the
I felt bad about
Guardian
that.
Angels.
I was going to bring her out here with
Yeah,
me.
you felt bad about it, and then you played on the best of Stern.
You heard about that.
Are you kidding?
Hey, come on, that was a funny show.
Oh, yeah, that was hellacious.
Yeah.
Having that,
You must have enjoyed it.
Bob,
like, I don't need any more death threats.
Let's get back to your career.
Let's talk about the Guardian Angels.
Let's talk about Edgar Rosenberg.
Edgar Rosenberg?
Now, he was a friend of mine.
Do you know what I did, by the way?
Oh, what did you do? Did you do something dumb?
I called Fox Television on the air today.
Oh, man. No.
I asked for Edgar Rosenberg.
Well, that was tasteful.
Hey, look, man, I'm trying to get ratings.
Now, Frank was going on the show, and they said, we're going to let who host?
That's right.
Apparently someone at Fox, sobered up for a half hour.
Yeah, right.
Frank, what?
I was a little shocked when I heard they were going to let Frank host.
Yeah.
I was a little shocked.
I wasn't surprised when they canceled it, though.
No, I'm glad they canceled. That sort of fits in with the whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Did you watch the show at all? Have you?
Yes, I am.
Take a peek at it.
I am the #1 Arsenio Hall fan.
Bob, would you do me a
Arsenio
favor?
rules.
Will you do me a favor?
Now, I used to work with Arsenio, and he never said "you all" and things like that. He suddenly found this extra bone in his leg or something. He's like,
yeah.
He got black pretty damn
quick. Yeah, he
quick.
did. He really did get black pretty quick.
Hey.
I mean, I know him, and all of a sudden he's like, brother.
Yeah. Hey, brother. I'm doing that show tomorrow night.
Are you?
Yeah.
With Arsenio?
With Arsenio.
It'd be the equivalent of me starting to break out in a brogue.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm doing it. I think I'm doing it because I basically...
Because you're a complete whore. What do you mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Now, you went to the Emmys. You can answer a few questions.
Okay.
Is Alan Thicke as nice in person as he is on camera?
Alan Thicke
was here today.
He was here today.
Oh, boy.
Turns out that guy's packing a huge bone in his pants.
Really?
Yeah, and knows how to use it.
Wait a minute. How did you know that?
If you could bottle the energy of Alan Thicke in the one room.
Yeah, I tell you, it's really incredible. In fact, he just stopped in for a brief 15 minutes. He had to get out of here. I wonder why.
I don't know.
I wonder why he had to leave so fast.
Because he didn't realize what your show was about until he sat down.
Yeah, exactly.
He just booked me on the Antichrist show.
I have an image.
I think when I brought up his ex-wife being with a young boyfriend, I think he had some problem with that.
Well, I know Alan. He's a nice guy.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was okay.
He seemed all right.
Yeah, I mean...
Bob doesn't like
I'm going to go for him.
You're going to go for him? I like him.
Hey, look who's here. Joe Walsh.
Joe! Everybody's dropping by.
And Rick, the bass player.
Of course.
Hey, there he is.
Hi, Joe.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Hey, Joe, have you ever jammed with Frank Zappa?
It's nice to see a little intellect in one of your shows.
Well, thank you very much, Joe. Hi, Joe. My name's Arsenio Hall.
All right, here's Joe Walsh.
Joe.
You're funny.
Well, thank you very much. Well, I have a lot to live up to.
No,
All right, let me describe who's in the room.
Yes.
Rick, the bass player. Rick, what are you again, Indian?
Indian, Mexican, American.
Can I get the hand?
And Frank Zappa, of course, who everybody knows is a genius. And even Frank admits it.
Even Joe knew it.
Even Joe knew it. And Joe Walsh is here, who himself is a genius.
Genius recognizing genius.
I'm maybe dumb, but I'm not stupid.
Good video in my car.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent video with Joe just sitting there in the car, in the limo, and having a good time, if I may say so.
Well, thank you.
And, of course, Bobcat Goldthwait, who is just brilliant. He is a brilliant...
Oh, I guess I'm not a card-carrying genius, huh?
No.
You are a genius.
I didn't live to the 60s. Throw me a bone.
Let me just tell you
How to
something.
do that?
What?
I'll show you the beginning of Funk 49 if you show me how to talk like
Sure, man. We'll rip. Okay, take
Bob.
this glass, break it, eat it.
Bob, do you play any instruments?
Yeah, I've been known to rip.
Is that
But,
right?
I don't want to show up Joe and Frank,
Would it be out of the question?
Ooh, a jam session?
Would it be out of the question to have a jam session here?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
That costs extra.
Well, let's check. Let's see. You guys know Louie?
This is the most excitement we've ever had on the show.
I'm telling you.
I wish this show was on in California.
I'm telling you, man. In fact, there's a good chance that someday it might be.
Well, I hope so.
That would be
If
nice.
we all live long
be
enough.
nice.
Yeah, that would be good.
And we'll be getting those snowballs from hell real soon.
Yeah.
And like it might be going on the air. You got us in this Casio tape recorder.
Bob, if you play a radio show backwards, is there any reference to anything?
Play his show backwards?
Yeah, right.
This has killed me. I am Imus. I am Imus.
My girlfriend's here.
Where?
The one that you're in love with?
Oh, just come here and French kiss me. Don't let Dweezil near this one, I swear to God.
So, Robin, it's probably your show starting at...
man.
Yeah, in a few
Oh,
minutes.
man. Just do me a favor, Joe. If you really like me. Do you like me? Let me have sex
He
with your
doesn't like you
girlfriend just
nearly as
once.
much as you think he does.
Can I tell you at 11 o'clock?
Let me just have sex with your girlfriend once. Please, dear God, let me just once. Oh, man, what I would do. What I would do to you, you wouldn't know what hit you. What are you wearing?
You wouldn't know what hit you.
Oh, my God, a dress.
Oh, my God, a dress.
Oh, man, I swear to God.
Joe's just got slacks on. What the hell are you talking about?
You know, Joe really knows how to get women. I swear to God. This guy, we could all learn from him. Frank, you could even learn from him.
You think so?
And, oh, yeah. Frank, you've had 3 women at the same time, haven't you?
Usually, yeah.
What key?
Joe.
What, you want to hear the tapes?
Kind of like a fusion thing?
Yeah, it's fusion. Right? Yeah.
Joe, how many women have you had at the same time?
Well, I am the Tampa Bay of marriage. I got to tell you that.
Oh, yeah, how many times have you been married?
The guy who asked the question just said?
No, they're going, man, I never knew he was hung and sending it to Hawaii.
I'm telling you, this wireless microphone sounds like hell, doesn't
Yes,
it?
it does.
Yeah.
I guess the future's here at Sternway Industries.
Rick, the bass player, good to see you, man.
I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you.
Yeah, really very good to see you.
right.
Are we
Good to
gonna
see
have Are we going to have a jam session?
You keep wishing for it.
Is it going to happen, Frank? Because you could probably kill the whole thing by...
Frank is negotiating in terms of negotiation.
If Frank cops an attitude here and goes, hey, I'm not playing anything.
Okay, we'll have a jam session.
All right.
All right!
Bob, what are you going to play?
Well, I studied under Lloyd Partridge tambourine, so,
I was going to say, he plays sticks or tambourine.
Joe, I have a question for you. Joe Walsh, of course, the legend, the brilliant. You don't have a WNEW concert tonight, do you?
I have a KOS one.
I'm just kidding. But it was a very good concert.
Good reviews.
Hey, what happened? You were supposed to do an interview with Scott Muni and you never showed up. I thought that was pretty cool.
I showed up the day after.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So tell me, Joe, are you going on tour anytime soon?
Well, see, my go-to-bed call came.
Oh, really?
I don't have wake-up calls.
I was so glad when I heard
7 in the morning, they said, good morning, it's 7 o'clock, go to bed. So I missed Muni's show.
How was the interview with Muni? Exciting?
That was pretty good.
Was it?
What did he ask you?
Well, tell me, Joe, how's the new album? How is it?
We talked about Steve Winwood a lot.
So tell me, Joe, let's talk
Great
about
Joe
Steve
Walsh.
That
The
great-
words, the music.
The words, the music.
Listen, in what, 1963, I was in the 8th grade in Queens, New York. And I used to listen to all them guys.
All right,
Pete
okay.
Mitchell Reed and Murray the K and all them guys.
Murray the K, where's he been? I haven't heard from him lately.
He's dead.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, where's he been?
Well, keep
He's worm food, Howie. Get him, Bob, get him. He's fertilizing right now.
I'll tell you something, Murray.
Speaking of worm food, don't we have any of your hot commercials we could do now?
Yeah, what do we have now? Before the big jam session.
Yeah, let's slime something. What do you got?
Oh, okay. Now listen to this.
Look, the Bill Cosby of radio.
Bob,
Howard, your name here is Stern.
Bob, how do you,
Your company logo here.
hey, Bob, how do you stay so thin?
How do I stay svelte?
Yeah.
Well, I used to go to this program, right? But I lost control of my bowels. You know which one it was?
Oh, good.
I know which one it was. It was the weight loss program.
Oh, man.
Every day, man. It was pretty bad news.
Now, what do you do? Nutrisystem weight loss program?
Yeah, the Nutri what?
The Nutrisystem weight loss program.
Here, you read this.
All right, give it to me. Nutrisystem, Frank, you'll be interested in this.
Yes.
I believe
Yeah, he's looking mighty portly.
Joe, what do you do to stay in such good shape?
I'm not touching
All
that
right,
one. Just
okay.
read the commercial, will you,
All
Howard?
right, listen, I'm going to tell you something about Nutrisystem, and I mean this. A lot of people have a physical problem. They're very heavy.
Not everybody can look like you, Bob.
Not everyone can look as good as you,
What are
Bob.
you looking at me for?
No, a lot of
Oh,
people...
like I'm meatloaf or something?
No, a lot of people are very heavy, and they have a weight problem.
Howard, I'm back to my wrestling weight.
Listen,
Yeah, you got a little bit.
You did get a little heavy, you know that?
I can scrap with you. I'll break you in half,
What
pal.
happened to you?
I'll drop you like a bad habit.
Wait for a while.
You got a little heavy.
Well, you know, on the television, it makes you gain weight.
And let me say something. Bob Goldthwait does the best damn Bono impression I have ever seen.
Ooh.
And Cher's mighty miffed. Hey, you know what? I was at the MTV Awards, and someone asked Cher if she would get in a picture with me.
Yeah.
And she said, no, the F word, as my mother would say, no F word way.
What?
I don't know, man. What is it?
Skinny, ugly bitch with the teeth chopped?
No, but it don't mean. I said, oh, sorry, I'm not Gene Simmons. Hey. That's what I...
Yeah, right. Did you ever see her son in Mask? You ever see how ugly he is? I'm serious, man. That kid, he had to go around making it with blind women, okay?
So I don't know what's up Cher's butt, but she was like giving me the hairy eyeball all night.
What's on Cher's butt is a lot of plastic surgery, my friend, and she has no way that she has a right, after she's been sleeping with Greg Allman and
God knows who else.
God knows who else, to sit and cast aspersions on my friend here. Yes. I mean, I don't go for that. She's got some.
Well, thank you, Howard.
That no natural jugs bastard.
Howard.
What, is she a friend of yours, Joe?
No, you could be tough and be sarcastic and all, but don't get Frank on.
What? Don't get Frank on? What? Sure, Frank, what about Cher?
Because when he gets, when he starts telling the truth.
I know, he does. Do you know what Frank said before you came in?
What?
AIDS is man-made and it's a plot.
And he said Joe Walsh is stinky. No, I didn't. I'm lying.
He did say that.
I'm a big liar head, Joe.
He's absolutely right.
He's absolutely But Frank, did you ever hear Nutrisystem weight loss program seriously?
No, I didn't.
This is something you would endorse. I'm not kidding.
This is nationwide. You should know about this.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing. In fact, Cher, who has a beautiful body.
Cher goes there.
Cher goes to Nutrisystem, I'm sure. No, I find Cher very attractive, very beautiful, but I don't see why she...
Do you know 99% of all people have worms?
Is that right?
But I think Cher's the one person who doesn't.
Is that right?
Yeah. Only worm. I think she's the one that... the worms passed on Cher.
Well, wait a second. Nutrisystem weight loss program is so fabulous because, you know what it is?
No.
They prepare the meals for you.
He's trying to find out.
Get him, Frank.
Joe, do you have someone who... What do you do for meals? Do you have someone who cooks for you?
Don't interrupt when you're... Don't interrupt yourself when you're talking to Frank, will you?
Frank, do you have a cook that makes all of your macrobionic meals?
I had a cook for about 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I know who your cook was.
Yeah?
Wasn't that girl who wrote a book about you?
No.
What's this got to do with...
Who wrote that book? Pamela Des Bars?
Yeah.
She was his babysitter.
Oh, yeah, but you got it on with her, right?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
No. I'm probably the only one in Hollywood who didn't.
God bless
Is this like that woman that was Joe Piscopo's babysitter?
You know, Joe Piscopo is going out with his babysitter.
Yeah?
Who's like 18 years old.
All right.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
no.
probably saw some of those beer commercials where he bites the top off.
Very impressed with that physique.
Yeah.
But let me just say something. Nutrisystem weight loss program is so marvelous.
Uh-huh.
It is so fabulous. Why do I sound like I'm in a tunnel?
Because those wireless mics are in you.
Well,
What is this one? Do you gain it all back in about 2 weeks after you...
no. That's one thing. Jackie the Joke Man over. Jackie the Joke Man
Look at how thin he
lost
is.
36 pounds.
No, Jack looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Give me when I left.
Give me this.
Last time I saw Jack, he looked like Barney Rubble, actually.
Glasses out of there. I'm going to read this thing.
Joe, you're one of the few people I know who has to have a backstage pass to his own shows.
Yeah, no,
Are you considered a security risk at your
I
own
just got
gigs?
back from farming.
Oh, farming.
Oh, yeah. How was Farm
That's
Aid?
right.
You guys raise any money to help those poor businessmen?
My favorite part was when
Why bother helping those guys?
Christopherson and Rita Coach got back together
Again?
backstage.
Did he punch her?
It lasted 2 rounds.
Did he punch her in the face? Yeah?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that about him.
Who teamed them together? Don King?
Yeah.
Hey, but Joe, what were you doing at Farm Aid? You know those farmers could never get out of the hole.
How
They
many
don't.
years
Here
is
he
this Farm
goes.
Aid thing?
That's a
It's
cheap
almost as
shot.
old as muscular dystrophy.
Yeah, how
isn't it?
long can we keep carrying the farmers?
Do you
Even Frank's disgusted with the farmers, I
Do
think.
you ever get hungry?
Oh, wait a second. Frank, you have a problem with Farm Aid, right?
No, I don't have a problem with Farm Aid.
Oh.
Frank, about this Nutrisystem.
That's
They're
what I'm
not a
saying.
diet.
They're someone
a
else.
weight loss program, guaranteed weight loss. After you've reached your goal, you receive 1 free year of maintenance.
Yeah.
See, they're not a diet. They're a weight loss program. And now it says, Howard, talk more about the success the program has. And then I read this. It's not a diet because a diet is up and down. This is a 4-part program. Food, nursing, counseling.
Hey, Joe.
Joe, can I do your life story?
Sure.
Joe, why
Don't
Farm Aid?
forget the optional exercise program.
Joe, why Farm Aid? Not that many farmers have AIDS. Please address this.
Okay, well,
Joe, why help the... Well, listen, let's take a commercial break.
Did we finish Nutrisystem?
Let's
Did
take
you give the number?
Give the phone number,
I
Joe.
get interrupted. Okay, the phone number, okay, is... There are 9 centers in the New York, Long Island area.
Joe, the phone number.
976-STUD.
Yeah.
No, really, what is it?
It's 896-4200.
No, that's your hotel room,
And
Joe.
it says read S4200.
All right, we'll be back with guitar. We're going to have Guitar Jam 87 here
896-4200.
with Bobcat Goldthwait.
Excuse me, Joe wasn't finished. I think you owe Joe an apology.
Yeah.
Kill me! Kill me!
Now,
Bob Goldthwait, kill me!
isn't this better than the Prairie Home Companion?
Yeah, really. You know, that guy, I watched that show for the first time because they actually put it on TV.
Acid is alive and well in Minneapolis, huh?
All that guy does is introduce bad music records. I mean, bad country groups.
Really?
No, but I like it now that they were broadcasting it live. All the excitement.
Yeah.
You know, it's like watching bowling live.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pretty dangerous guy, that Garrison Killer. I'm glad he left for Sweden.
glad
I'll
he
be
got
honest with you.
married.
He looked like that dogs that run into the walls. Oh, wow. Oh, what? I'm picking on Garrison Keillor?
What did he ever do?
You know, I could tear the Pope apart, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't get one of these, moralistic. The joke man's got morals. Joke man said, yeah, bring me to Hollywood with you. You know he's been tanked up every night chasing hookers around. And he's got morals now.
Joe, what about the Pope?
I was just with Father Guido.
Father Guido Sarducci?
Yeah, in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And he
Joe, he's not a real he's not a real priest. He's actually just
He didn't marry you, did you? Because you're in trouble.
No.
Yeah, he married you.
Waste time.
Listen, let me
I
take
wish
a break.
he had.
Joe, let me take a break.
Yeah.
Let me get at this.
No, Howard.
Okay, white farm aids.
No, and then
Why
we're
Farm
going
Aid?
to talk. Wait a second. We're going to talk about. No.
Break on.
Take a break. Take a break. Howard, get it. All right, we're back on the air. Howard, get it. All right, we're back on the air with, God, what a panel.
Can we get a little more feedback? I don't have enough blood in my ear.
We're in Los Angeles at the Roosevelt
We're
Hotel.
in here with the sniper convention.
It's Bobcat Goldthwait, Joe Walsh, Rick the bass player, and of course the incredible Frank Zappa.
Yeah.
Andy Summers.
And Robin Quivers.
Well, they know Robin's here. Andy Summers from the Police is stopping by in a few
Oh
minutes
my
too,
goodness, what's going to happen then?
which will be incredible.
He'll probably take pictures.
I'll be on the. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
There's no
that guy goes
microphone.
out,
There's no microphone for him.
he chases women,
Yeah.
gets them liquored up, takes photos of them, then he has an album.
Yeah.
You know, I'm doing Fox Television tomorrow night, and
Jeez, they just don't have anyone on. How'd you score that coup? Who's your agent?
How much you getting paid?
I heard the lineup.
Paying you?
I heard the lineup, and I said, "Who?" I mean, I'm probably the most famous guy on
Yeah,
that
who
show.
are you on there?
So what's the
with?
Canadian rock band that will be on with you?
Yeah, it was me or Buffalo Bob. Show which they were going to go for. But anyway, Joe, let's get back
So
to
the
Farm Aid.
Emmys were on Fox. I guess PBS passed or
Yeah, I
something.
guess something like that.
PBS said, no.
Did you watch those Emmys?
Oh, I was like on this, the excitement. Like when you have guys going around sitting there and Ellen Fick's interviewing them and they're saying stuff like, well, when I first had the idea for follow-ups, bloops, and blunders.
Yeah.
I go, you're taking TV a little bit serious, gang.
Joe, let me address this Farm Aid thing. Now, Frank, you said it's a cocaine.
No, he never said that. That was Live Aid.
Oh, Live Aid was the.
You're confused.
Farm Aid's okay?
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Oh, it is okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know why
You're going
that
to have to
is,
do
though.
it the hard way.
How much did you guys raise up for the farmers?
A lot.
Well, what's a lot? I mean, you're talking about bailing out a guy out of $1 billion farm debt here.
How much you getting paid for the Fox gig?
Whatever scale is. Like $300.
Well, none of the musicians even got scale. Everybody came in for free.
But don't you think it's a futile?
Tickets.
Don't you think it's a futile attempt? I mean, the farmers are bad
Come
businessmen.
on, man. Hey, look.
Hey, listen, man. I
At
mean,
least we got some farmers. And we should keep them farming. There aren't any farmers in Ethiopia.
Do we need farmers?
Dig it.
You know what it is?
Ask the Ethiopians.
It's the Jew bankers, you know. You've heard the whole thing. The farmers know what the problem is. It's just they just can't rid of the Jew bankers. But hey, the Jew bankers got to make a living too. I mean, I got nothing. I got no beef with them.
Well, if
somebody's got to make some money.
If you have cash, you don't need them. And we charged, I don't know how much a ticket, 77,000 people sold out. Lincoln will never be the same. And besides the call-in, which was 1-800-FARM-AID, it might still even be open.
That's what I like about Farm Aid, because the numbers still works even though the concert's over.
And I met with Willie and with John Mellencamp and had a word with Dick Clark. And
Dick Clark even.
Yeah.
Obviously, shaving wasn't the topic.
That's really
Dick
good.
Clark.
That's good, Bob.
What I couldn't do with Dick Clark and an Uzi.
Oh, man. Joe, you met with Dick Clark?
Briefly.
Did you beat him to a pulp? Or
verbally I did.
You did? You yelled at him for
a little bit.
Yeah. What'd you yell at him for?
For about 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Now, let's call Farm Aid. Can we call
My point is that there's no doubt in my mind that this money will not go to buy everybody in some office building new typewriters and Porsches.
Yeah.
And the farmers won't see it. It will go directly to the farmers.
You know what it is? The farmers are not good businessmen. I mean, let's be honest.
Oh, do the farmers drive you crazy or something?
No, I'm just saying. It's
I haven't heard. This is like Ben Vereen had to cancel his tour because he was getting death threats. Who wants to kill Ben Vereen? Who's going? Ben Vereen, he's just so happy. I gotta kill Ben.
No, what I'm saying
Lighten up on the farmers.
Is it possible to help the farmers, Bobcat? I mean,
if it is, we did.
Well, you know, I contributed.
Do you do those little tapes of, farmers you've helped in the past? Like this little child is very happy.
Yeah, they had that.
She writes every month.
I contributed,
for her family.
Robin.
You contributed?
I gave like $10,000.
I want to know about the farmers they helped.
I did. I called you.
Little Billy Jim almost didn't have the opportunity to grow up to be an ignorant redneck. Thanks for the money here at Farm Aid.
Let me tell you something, Joe.
Well, at least if you feed farmers, they feed you. If you feed Ethiopians, then you got to feed.
I go to Charlie Daniels.
Feed them again.
Then you got to feed 50,000 more of them.
So I go to Charlie Daniels' house. I go, hey, it's the cat lighting up. What are you eating, Chuck? He's gonna serve me?
Hey, Joe.
Chuck's not feeding any farmers, man. Chuck's going, don't pass those grits. They're staying right here.
Bob, I know you guys.
Hey, Bobby's
The
kid.
South's gonna do it again.
This is it. The telethon Bobby's kid.
The devil went down to Georgia because he was looking for some food. So he went to Charlie Daniels' house.
Let me say something. I donated $10,000 during Joe's appearance at Farm Aid. In fact, somewhere there's a tractor named Howie out there. I know it.
Did you really? How come you're the only one who gets this slap round of applause?
Yes, I did.
For some half-baked notions.
Thank you, Joe.
That's awful nice of you.
Yeah, I feel bad about the farm.
Don't you feel ashamed of taking his congratulations for something you didn't do?
No, I did it. I did it.
A tractor?
I called in. I said, listen, I want to give $10,000. And
I called him Mr. Haney's, right?
Yeah.
I called him Sam Drucker. And
I just happen to have one on the truck.
I had Sam Drucker give you a truck.
Yeah, when you got Ava Gabor on a farm and Eddie Albert, no wonder the farmers are in trouble. Thank you.
I didn't get that one, did you?
No.
I'm going to go tune up.
Okay. I called in and I said, I want to feed the farmers and put Charlie Daniels on Nutrisystem.
That's right. And again, and that number
That'll free up some food.
that number is 896-4200.
All right, are we gonna?
The Chuck cat is no stranger to food, man.
No, man.
Yeah. Are we gonna have this riff? Because I want to jam before Andy gets here.
Before we get
I'm gonna go
jam,
figure out the guitars.
Wait, Joe. Before we get to the jam, I want to talk to you about something.
What?
Bobcat, what kind of car are you driving now?
I'm driving a Renault.
A Renault?
Convertible.
Oh, you bought a car.
No, we had this Wagoneer. It's the world's most expensive paperweight. It's been in my garage.
Frank, what are you driving?
$224,000.
I don't drive.
You don't. Frank, what the hell?
He's too happening to drive.
I don't drive.
Why? You have a driver.
He's too busy thinking.
No, I don't go anywhere.
He's too busy thinking.
My license
What, did you ask
expired.
for a project here? How did you get here?
How'd you get here?
The guy from the PR firm drove me down here.
Oh, really?
Frank Spread, I've been there. If I was him, I would never leave. He's got this womb built. An
Really?
electronic womb.
Really? You been to Frank's house?
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
He's got a killer place.
Frank, what about me? What am I?
Well,
What am I,
You're always too
wall?
busy. You're hanging out down here at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. You want to come to the house?
Hey, there's a
tomorrow?
lot happening right outside our
He could do
window.
a better remote. The equipment would be a
That's true,
better.
yeah.
better.
Outside our window is...
In fact, Frank's here. It'd be an opportune time to go rip off his house.
Yeah, hey,
by the way,
I'll be right back. Listen, I got to go to the bathroom. Too bad nobody will ever hear that.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You drive around that vet, it's like having 9.5 inches scrawled across the side of that car. Let me tell you something. I do have a small penis. I'm not embarrassed to say it over this radio station. Okay, some hung like a pimple, but I'm going to tell you something.
Well, that's a pleasant thought.
I'm going to tell you
Maybe I
something.
could lance that at the beginning of Police Academy 5.
You got a point, Howard.
If I ever sell my cars, my fleet, I will sell it to only one company, and that is Car Cash. Now, Frank, listen to this.
What about if Bobway Industries made you an offer?
Possibly. But let me tell you something. And Frank, try to figure out how, because you're into commerce, how these guys make money. You
This
call
is a
them
good
up.
question for
This
him.
is a good question for Frank. Okay, here's the deal. You dial 212 Car Cash or 516 Car Cash. You call them up. They offer you money for your car. And I'm talking a good price. I know a lot of people who have bought cars, have sold cars to them. No hassle, no newspaper ads, nothing. You call them up. They give you a price on the car. You bring it down in 20 minutes, you get your money. How do they make money?
They don't sell cars.
They don't sell cars.
Maybe they sell parts.
Okay.
Now, there's something we never thought of.
You are
He is a genius.
You're a genius, Frank. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Frank, you give these 800-word questions, and he goes, parts.
Parts, man.
Yeah.
Cheese.
This is
Pork.
Ask Uncle Frank show, I think.
I'll tell you one thing, man. I want to be adopted by Frank Zappa. This guy is a cool father. Lets his kids drop out of school at 13.
It might.
15.
15.
You might get a word first name.
No, that's okay. I can deal with it.
That is a
What would you
something to worry about?
Do me a favor, Frank. Rename me. I hate the name Howard. Rename me right now. Any name pop in your head?
Floppy disk.
What is it?
Moldred.
Moldred.
That's Irish.
That's me.
Moldred.
That's my African name.
Moldred Stern.
Right.
Moldred Stern.
Now, what about the last name? I hate the name Stern.
No, Stern's good. The Moldred Stern's got a resonance to it.
Moldred Stern. You're having it.
Oh, man, I think that's beautiful. By the way, for our big jam session, Robert Cray has blessed us with his appearance. And
Well, that's good, because the gunslinger Bobcat's here. And, now you got me. I don't want to, lay down some riffs and have these guys bogart them, I don't want my licks showing up on any album.
That's right, like Moldred Records and Tapes.
Oh, yeah. Asphalt by name, Moldred.
guitar genius Robert Cray is here. And,
Hi, Robert.
and we'll be back with him, with Frank Zappa, Bobcat Goldthwait. We've got Joe Walsh, Rick the bass player,
And my
Robin
girlfriend.
Quivers, and myself.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Moldred.
Moldred
Maldred.
Stern.
Everybody's
Moldred
copying your
Stern.
name, Howard.
Moldred! Moldred!
Well, it beats Houchie, which my family calls me. So,
Ouchie?
yeah, Houchie. They call me Houchie. My brother-in-law calls me Houchie.
Kill him. Kill him. Your brother-in-law's a geek. Kill him.
We'll be back right after these words.
This is...